All right, I believe we are live. No intro this time, everyone. So welcome, you godless heathens, to the Rusty Cage Show from the pod. I am joined here with my co-host, as always, Mr. EmpLemon. Go ahead and talk. I want to make sure that all the audio is working.
Hello, test one. Folks coming into the stream. We have a brand new setup here today. We have giant digital heads on the wall behind us. I'm greener than ever before. Rusty Cage has been spending his last 3 months in this hermetically sealed chamber, setting up this new and improved Rusty Cage Show setup. Now, with live Discord call-ins. Let's give Rusty a round of applause, everyone.
Well, I don't know. We haven't tested if they can hear us yet.
Yeah, right. So we're joined, of course, with Mr. Mumkey Jones and Mr. Eggy. I got to make sure that their audio can be heard because this is an entirely new system that I have, and so it took a while.
Wider than ever.
Somebody
Wider.
once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in Rusty shed.
What do you guys think?
That's all I got.
How you thinking about this sound? Can you hear?
Nobody's answering if they can hear us. No, I guess a Mumkey isn't loud enough. Turn me up all the
boy.
way.
It's pretty loud
Turn
already.
me up and turn me
I
on.
know.
Rusty.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good idea.
Well,
Mumkey's a bit quiet.
let's see. Maybe I can turn up the Discord audio here.
You know, that's like going directly into my ears.
I know.
If you do that.
I said, yep, what a concept. I could cast with Emperor myself, and we could all use some Rusty
Cage.
Well, the shed was building and he didn't stop building, and then he got the walls he filled in. Yeah, we got the chat, they're spilling all the details about what they're hearing. They said that monkey needs to turn up, and I think I'm gonna turn up with my brother. That's why I got a bottle of whiskey next to me, and I'm frisky as he double G could be. Hey, now you're tuned in and click the like button, please. Hey, now you're tuned in and subscribing is easy, and plus it is also free. That's what Rich Alvarez told me.
So now there's no sound. What are you talking about? There's no sound. I'm gonna have to listen back onto another.
Oh yeah, their sound just cut off. What the fuck did you do?
Nothing.
It was fine.
I just heard it.
It was fine. And now it's gone.
This is so fucking irritating.
What did you do? Just undo the last thing you did.
What?
Just go back.
Well, now
Oh.
I can hear them. They're just for being quiet. They're messing with me.
Oh, they're fucking with us.
Can you hear us in the chat? Let us know. Post a 5 in the chat if you can hear me.
I got a fucking special
5
thing
gang.
here. It's called-
Eggy's gonna listen to it himself.
That's right, I ain't gonna get
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, do that. You listen to it and tell me what it sounds like, because I can't.
All that
Necessarily
glitters
trust all these people.
cage. Only shooting stars have monkey rays.
Got to be higher.
It sounds
No.
like I'm just very, very low in the
No.
mix, so
Very.
you can't hear me because you guys are so much louder than I am.
All right.
There's
All right.
there's no
Lots of
fucking
fives.
way.
All right. Hold on a second. Let's try this. Let's go to. Let's see.
It's
What's
better,
this?
but still a
Audio
little
Discord.
quiet.
Okay. I'm gonna go 15 decibels up. Go ahead and talk, gang.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel alive. Let's thrive on the podcast. Live again.
Now, how does that sound there, Mr. Eggman?
Well, here, let me speak my piece real quick. Blah, 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 blah. All right, there we go.
Rusty and Eggy are. So I'm the loud one and everybody else is quiet?
How the fuck did that happen?
What a nightmare. Welcome to the Troubleshooting Podcast. We will do a real show as soon as this sounds good, folks. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
this is the thing. It sounds different in our headphones and through OBS recordings than it did before. But now, what? Mumkey's too loud? Can anyone confirm that?
I'm getting
Much
bored.
better, way better. Eggy is still a bit low.
I'm getting bored. This is boring.
EmpLemon's ADHD is acting, flaring up.
If I need to scream really loud to get my point across, you know what? It is what it is. And this will help
All
me
right.
do it.
Sorry about the
Coming forward a
boredom,
little bit,
everyone. I mean,
fair.
this is.
Okay, now that
part
I'm
of the
nice and
show.
loud.
What? What did
Hopefully
he
Discord does not cut out slide
possibly
whistle.
do?
It did
It
cut out. It
absolutely
did
did,
cut
by
it
the way.
out. Oh, It cut out that expletive too.
God, this is some bull shit. I have to whisper my expletives to be heard. What a nightmare.
You got to be soft spoken.
All right, gang.
It's going to be good enough.
If this sounds
gonna be good
decent enough.
Well, is Eggy loud enough? Eggy, say something right up nice. To
Yeah,
the mic.
because I just made you quieter.
Hey, you know what? But I'm about to go to Jupiter because my swag more stupider. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, and I might just make my
So
money
on our head.
quadrupeter. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about on gang. For real, no cap.
Now that is a little loud in our headphones, I will say. But hey, whatever. It's all for the people.
Turning into the Tinnitus podcast. All right. Are we ready to actually entertain the people at home?
Yes.
Yes?
Oh, this was the best part, but yeah, I
All
agree.
good, everyone? Green light, thumbs up.
Eggy loud as fuck.
Deal
Good
with
enough,
it.
and then loud as fuck, all at the same
Deal
time.
with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rusty Cage Show. I am, of course, Rusty Cage, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. EmpLemon. We are joined here from the pod in its newest beginnings. Of course, we also have our guest up on the projector, Mr. Mumkey Jones, Simeon Jimmy,
Yo, what is up, my good people?
Mr. Eggman, Eggy Rodriguez Sanchez, I always forget.
Swagger cutting them like a dagger. Ooh, and you know what? I'm still gonna be humping at 80 years old, just like Mick Jagger. Biatch.
New or old Mike, it's kind of hard to tell. Well,
Eggy just got way more quiet to me.
what is
I stepped back from the microphone a little bit because I said it was too loud. So I'll move a little closer then.
the point of this podcast is mainly because we haven't done one in a while, mostly because I've been building this studio, this pod. Cage Tech gave me the fundings, and unfortunately they didn't provide me with any contractors.
Well, Trump deported them all, you know.
Well, yeah, except for the Indians.
Oh, well, they're contractors for important tech companies that add a ton of value to the U.S. economy. So it's fine that we can just keep them all in.
So if you listen to the podcast that I did with Mumkey and Eggy the other day, let me pull this up a little bit so I can stand up. I got to be able to stand up and speak. That's the whole point of having this complicated technology.
Yeah, you should get one of those handheld mics like a Zoomer.
I probably will end up doing that. I don't know.
Gen Z and Gen Alpha YouTube brain.
Talking about like holding my lav mic
Yeah.
like this.
They just fixate onto it. It's unbelievable. They need like some Sid the Science Kid looking guy with like the broccoli hair and the crew neck from H&M, like the big fat white shoes and high socks, a couple tattoos on the arms right here, and they hold their mic like this, like today we're going to talk about why Purple Guy in Five Nights at Freddy's was problematic.
No, I've been enjoying this Gen Z millennial warfare that's going on. 'Cause
Tensions are rising.
It's just the most petty, stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, obviously there was the millennial pause where when you start a video, you essentially do, hey, quit flicking them all off.
Oh, that was just for you guys.
Oh.
We're
I was trying to
counterculture.
eat you, Rusty.
Yeah, because we can't really see you all in real time, so anything you're doing behind
I
me,
could do
I'm gonna
anything.
see
I'm
with a
flashing my
delay.
cock.
Well, okay.
Hey,
Nobody could see it. It's the
YouTube has
thing.
recently relaxed their standards on profanity.
Yeah.
Opening
YouTube's doing
7
great.
seconds, so we can now sing the Rusty Cage cuss word song. In which case, Rusty, please go ahead.
Well, I'm not sure if
I don't know
can.
the lyrics.
All right, I can't. So here's what's been happening. Something going on behind the scenes is causing YouTube to crack down once again on child safety.
Guys, breaking news.
Censorship.
Breaking
is
news,
real.
guys. Rusty's being censored by YouTube again.
I know. I thought I was over this, talking about all this bullshit. But it's finally happened, and I think this time officially and forever. After years of battling them over my rope song, the Noose song, they took down the family-friendly Noose song. They deleted it. I got a warning, along with many other videos. A 23 million viewed video that's been up for 6 to 7 years has been taken down because of child safety violations. Now, this is a video that has nothing to do with children. In fact, there's an option on there when you upload a video. There's an option that says, this is not for kids. So why the fuck would they think that it was for kids now?
Well, clearly they're looking at the analytics, and most of the Rusty Cage audience at this point is still children.
No, they aren't. These are all fucking adults at this point. They're all 25. Whoever was watching this, in their teen years, they're old now.
Well, maybe it's time to bring the new song out to pasture.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that's what it is. It's kind of hard to complain about something, but it gets irritating when it's like a legacy piece. It's one of the things people remember you
It's a
by.
legacy-defining video.
That's right. It's
well, Rusty, it's time to turn over a new leaf.
well, I wouldn't worry too much about it, except that they also took down the family-friendly song instrumentals. The instrumentals on a second channel.
We already talked about this on the should we
Oh,
just
on yours?
mention it real quick why the reason is?
Yes.
Because since you published it to Spotify, YouTube is content IDing the new song to get it taken down, and since it's got definitely more than like the 5 seconds or whatever necessary in the song that the instrumental would also have that would match up, like the non-lyric parts. That's why it got taken down.
Okay,
Just in
but
case
then,
anybody's
however,
wondering.
there's been a lot of takedowns on a lot of channels that all kind of coincidentally happened at once. And I know I'm prone towards kind of this conspiratorial schizo thinking, but it started when I uploaded a video to Instagram and TikTok, kind of just reminding people of they're like, oh, I recognize from somewhere. So I uploaded a video where I try to censor out the knife while performing the knife game. They took it down, Instagram took it down. Then Instagram took down another video from 7 years ago, that same day. I was like, all right, that's fucking weird. But then I wake up and YouTube started taking down everything. They first age restricted the Guillotine song. It's a song. It's age restricted. You have to be over 18 to even listen or to watch the videos. Maybe implied self-harm somehow, but who's implying this? Then, yeah, the instrumentals on a second channel of the family-friendly news song got completely removed. Then the actual family-friendly news song on the main channel got removed. Then me talking about the COPPA Act, what does that even stand for? Child Protective.
It's like Child Online Protection Peter Griffin Act.
Yeah. So the
The
Child
Coper Act, that's what I utilize every single day of my life, so I hope they don't take that down because I need that one.
Well, I mean, I'm not really sure what this signals, but I've seen a lot of people talking about this resurgence in child safety. And I don't know if you know what's happening over there in the UK, but they're trying to implement this new law where everyone has to have a central digital ID, essentially what they've been talking about for a while, where you have to essentially have an ID for the internet that links everything. Essentially what Palantir is doing, where all across the platform on the internet, everything has to be linked to you. And they frame this is clearly a surveillance state tactic to gain more control over all the citizens. But they put it under it's all for child safety, of course.
Yeah.
These are the same people who are advocating for this do bad things to children, and they protect other people who do the same.
Yeah, they should have just staged a terror attack like the U.S. did to start the Patriot Act.
You know what? Actually, that reminds me, Rusty,
right.
I got pinged earlier. Speaking of that, there was an event that happened in Manhattan the other day from a 33rd floor. Do you know what the number 33 represents?
Well, are we talking about the Freemasons, or
We're
is
talking
this
about the Grand
spiritual?
Masons. There was a black Japanese security guard for a casino, aka the greatest type of building that exists in the world. He pulled up in New York City. They said, oh, he went crazy because he used to be a football player, but he didn't make it to the league. He's got CTE or something, so he had to pull up to the NFL office on the 33rd floor of the Black Stone building. What's a Black Stone organization that we're always hearing about? I ain't talking about the Black Pea Stones on the hood. I'm talking about Black Rock. Okay, they just bought my whole black block. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about Antifa, but you know what? They might send them to greet you, by which I mean me, because I was trying to kill me anyway. Either way, the
And
33rd floor.
he took
Why'd he go
out
there?
4 people, right? One of them was kind of a higher up executive of Blackstone, which
2 Israeli dual national citizens, a brother that was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and New York City's finest officer with a family waiting at home. Truly tragic. But why did he do it? I'm getting some Mandalayan vibes.
yeah,
perhaps.
I'm getting a little feeling that the full story is not quite there. I see some of these images; they're showing him, playing football, or a photo of him in his football outfit that they can't really pin back to the high school that he went to. So they're not even sure if this are fabricated photos.
He got CTE at age 33, or no, it was the 33rd floor. I don't know.
33rd floor.
But what? How old was he? Was he in his 30s or his 40s or what?
He's in like his mid-20s, I think.
So he has CTE in his mid-20s from playing high school football. I mean, I guess that's the official story.
I thought the story was he was looking for the NFL floor because they rejected him to be on the football team, and he ended up on the wrong floor and shot the wrong people.
He
Is
just
that not
wandered
true?
into the offices of Blackstone.
But
Yeah, he wanted to shoot up NFL, and then he shot up some
Yeah.
Israeli people.
what I read though is
he was-
that, like, what, didn't he post a suicide note where he specifically talked about having CTE, or so we're led to believe? I don't know. They were trying to
That
make
was
it like
CBT. He said he likes CBT.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking it's like just a Chris Benoit situation, but that guy went through like 40 straight years of doing the flying headbutt move every
Is Rusty
day.
picking my brain, you sick fuck?
Yeah,
Get
I'm
away
seeing if
from
I
me.
can stop.
So, you heard of Chris Benoit. This is Chris Benoit.
This is
Damn.
That's an Asian joke.
I don't think I've ever known an Asian with CTE. Does it happen
It's
at
more
all?
like SAT, you know what I'm
The-
saying?
those-
Maximum score.
Those sumo wrestlers smashing into each other, you think they might get some CTE? I don't know. There's a lot of CTE going around. There's also a lot of deafness from these reverse noise isolating, active noise cancellation headphones.
I'm very dumb on this, and I would like to ask someone who knows more. I could look it up, but I just haven't. So instead,
No, let's just stick to the hearsay.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
more fun.
whatever I think the truth is what I'm gonna continue to believe ignorantly. But from what I understand, how you would eliminate a sound signal from the outside is you take that waveform in and then you invert it, and it makes it null. It turns it into 0.
Yeah. Wave cancellation.
Right. And
The
so
positive and negative cancel each other out, so you have silence.
in my head, that would mean that not only is the outside noise coming in, but they're also pumping the inverse of that noise into your ears. Because if you've ever used some of these noise canceling headphones, you can feel a pressure. When you turn on that noise cancellation, I can feel sound pressure, even though you can't hear anything. And I don't know if that's all of them or not, but that could be very dangerous. Essentially, you're getting a bunch of noise pumped at your ears.
So if you're just walking down the street and an ambulance goes by with a siren at full volume, that's potentially like the same force of like
it
the
hurts
ambulance siren
sometimes.
just going directly into your ear, but inverted. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes if there is a loud noise, because I've wore my sound isolating headphones when working something like a stapler, like a wood stapler.
Or a lawnmower.
And when that noise clicks off, it's like a fucking puncture in your own ears, because it's like hitting you with the opposite of that loud noise.
Yeah, I don't know. People in the chat, let us know if you can relate. Let us know if you're listening to the Rusty Cage show on noise canceling headphones in public right now and an ambulance goes by, and if you feel any pressure drop
hold
in
up.
your eardrums.
Yo, I got some beef with noise canceling headphones. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta talk my piece real quick, just real
Let's do
quick,
it.
like
Sure.
because I like to ride around on my electric scooter, and I just do 25 miles an hour on the sidewalk because it's legal in Iowa, and there's these people walking around, these college students. So look at me, I got a degree or whatever. Like I can generate that in ChatGPT anyway. These intellectuals, big money makers, they think they're so hot stuff. With their noise canceling headphones, I'm up behind them, I'm screaming, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna hit you, and I'm coming up at them 25 miles an hour. And what do you even list like? They're outside. They're walking in the middle of the highway. They're walking in front of trains, and they're just like vibing out to Sabrina Carpenter. Is that the girl that just did the Abercrombie and Fitch shoot where she's got her tits out or whatever? Anyway, not
Sydney
important,
Sweeney.
but they're listening to all this stuff. I mean, what's that important to listen to? I don't even listen to myself think, but I'm over here and it's out of control. Maybe it's because I decided to live right next to a 30,000 student university where they clog up all the sidewalks. Maybe not a great idea to drive 25 miles an hour on the sidewalk when they're walking around. But I'm just saying, I think it's people are trying to disconnect from reality, listening to podcasts and listening to live shows that are coming out of people's sheds in their backyard. It's out of control. I don't know what kind of lunatics are doing this stuff, but it's just ridiculous. Listen, people, awareness will save your life, okay? Because I won't hit you at 25 miles an hour, so it's going to be really good for you to stay alive. Think about it. All right.
You know what? Listen, I am
Eggy
that
is
person.
saying if you listen to podcasts, you're an ignorant retard.
And you deserve to get run over in a terrorist-like incident.
Listen to them on your car radio like the rest of us functional human beings, if you don't mind. I'm just saying.
Now listen, I walk the sidewalks like a normal person. It's a sidewalk. It's for walking, and it's next to the highway. So I'll put on sound, cancellation, and I'm walking in the middle of the sidewalk. I figure if someone's behind me, it's not like I'm a terrible walker. I'm not like putting my arms out and taking up all of it or walking in zigzags.
It's not like my excessively long elbows, where we went to the art exhibition that one time and I cracked the artwork by mistake.
Wait, what the fuck? When was it?
You invited me to like some local art exhibition in someone's house. And then
shit, yeah.
There's like something where it's like a little mini cardboard house with a branch sticking out, and my gigantically long elbows accidentally snapped the branch, and I had to go, ooh. Well,
Yeah, you're knucking and bucking around a very tight space.
Well, it's because like when I keep
Art
them
material.
here, I'm like worried about like hitting like shorter people's heads, so I bring them up, and then there's like some branch in some stupid art piece.
But if you stood like this, just arms down.
Yeah. But now you have a problem where my giant head is at risk of like tipping my body over because my arms aren't out to like balance my overall posture.
Well, I guess we all need to have more spatial awareness. I mean, I know for myself, I'm almost getting hit by all these people riding those electric scooters on the sidewalks, even though it's a motor vehicle.
Oh,
Take it to the streets.
This conversation reminds me, this is completely unrelated, by the way, but I was at Publix the other day, and one of the clerks was like a spitting image of Eggy, but as a woman.
Oh, wait.
Or just like,
Not Bella Ramsey.
You started
No.
jerking it in the store?
that was not the situation
That's
that transpired,
actually
but
former
would've
adult
done that.
star Remy LaCroix. I only know this because I get sent the pictures all the time. So she's actually a former adult film star. Maybe Rusty should have her on as a guest sometime.
Sure, if I can ever get this figured out. I have to have you guys on just in case, so I don't feel shame for.
I'm just
having
saying
fucked up
it was very
everything.
uncanny. It was like the exact same bone structure, like eye to forehead ratio, the same like lines under your eyes. I had to like double take and like stop for a second.
Start jerking it?
No, no jerking, no gooning.
All right, I'm gonna read some of these super chats because I realize that a lot of these lose context completely, and that's why I kind of want to keep up with them. What I plan on doing once I figure out the whole Streamlabs thing, I do want to have the text-to-speech going over.
Oh, great! So they
argue
could
with
just
it?
take over the fucking show whenever they want.
In order for that to happen, they'll have to pay a certain amount.
All right, so Paul will just take over the fucking entire show.
Well, if it becomes a problem, I'll just revert back to the old standards. So from a Bologna at War for $5. Hey y'all, I'll be out of work for this one, but yeah, here's a dono anyways. Well, thank you.
Damn, you're working? Oh, they must be on the West Coast if they're still working, or in a different country.
Top drawer, not drawler, not drawling. For 11.99 euros, the Labubus are inside my walls and plotting my demise.
Boomer alert! He doesn't know about the Lububus.
I don't know about the Labubus. I can see them glowing while driving at night. What do?
Yeah, here's a quick plug. I just gifted Simi and Jimmy a One Piece Labubu on episode 50 of our One Piece podcast. Mumkey D. Jones on YouTube. Go subscribe.
What the
We're-
fuck
Check
is a
it out.
Labubu?
There you go.
It's like a Hello Kitty, like Neopet thing, but
Oh, it's
for
one of
the
these
younger
new
gen-
little
yeah.
gremlin things.
I didn't even know this thing existed a week ago, and then I was actually in Aruba the other week, and
No, I'm a
they're
boomer.
like already on the shelves of the Aruba gift shops. So that must mean there's just a mass 17 different factories in China pumping them out constantly all the time. I guess they're popular on TikTok. Wait, you use TikTok? How have you not like heard of the Labubu trend?
I might have and just didn't know about the name. Right now on TikTok, the whole thing is about one of their users, these kind of left-leaning political males who have all the proper left-leaning takes, and he's friends with Hassan and a few other of those same types, getting canceled for being a sex pest. His name is
Many such
Lolo
cases.
Lover or something like that.
Labubu,
Holy
child
lover.
lover,
Al-
I should
59.
have known off the
Yeah.
top. That's what his name is.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Well, not Lolo
I guess
Lover.
I guess what they're like Funko Pops for Zoomers now, so we can't even make fun of millennials for liking Funko Pops anymore because we just
Hey,
repeated
Labubus are a
the same
fashion-
behavior.
Labubus are micro luxury fashion statement culture advancing accessories for the modern age. So that's what I got to say.
I think they're kind of ugly.
So Buttered Bread Slice says, "Hi Mumkey, I know you're a big Red Letter Media fan, and I've recently really gotten into them. What episode series do you recommend?"
Watch the Plinkett reviews that are not about Star Wars or Star Trek, like when he reviews.
Oh, are you
Baby's
what?
Day Out.
Are you one of the Plinkett Star Wars review haters, Mumkey?
No, I just if he wants to go in fresh, I don't really care about
Because-
Star Wars myself, but I really enjoyed his other reviews.
As someone who occasionally engages with Star Wars content online, I get these videos in my recommended of people like attacking the original Plinkett Star Wars reviews and like going point by point and trying to rebut them. And I think it's astounding, not just because I think those reviews are almost 20 years old. What, did you make them in 2009? But it's like one of these discourse things where the Plinkett reviews are like very influential in the Star Wars discourse. And they're specifically very critical of the Star Wars prequels. And there's been like this revisionist history lately that the prequels weren't like mediocre, disappointing films, and that they're secretly amazing and genius. And George Lucas is a genius. And I have great respect for George Lucas, but you have to be, I think, on a pretty high degree of copium to say that the prequels weren't flawed films. And that's pretty much what the Plinkett reviews are about. But now there's like this whole new Star Wars culture war where people are like, what? You referenced the Plinkett reviews? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Look at this 59-hour essay from this Star Wars nerd tuber debunking every single one of his points, and then you'll see.
Do you think it's a generational divide between people who saw the prequels as adults, who had adult expectations and were let down, people of Mike's DeClass's generation, and now this changing narrative is from the people who saw the prequels as children, the target audience for those films. Of course, they love them and have nostalgia for them. They were made for them.
But there's people who are trying to go out and try to put them on the same level as the original trilogy, and it's just like
nostalgia
absurd.
goggle madness, of course.
I mean, I was a kid when the prequels came out, and I
You're
didn't
an
really.
old soul,
I did not like them when I watched them as a kid. But there's definitely a generational divide when it comes to that. But we can move on to the other chats. That's just a whole another conversation.
Or Animuchu says, "New setup, same technical issues. That's right, always." Mr. Wet Manager says, "Sup wiggas and chiggas." I'm not sure if we can all say that, but I'm down for it.
Hey, cursing is allowed on YouTube again.
That's right.
Yeah, curse language is back. Just everything else is taken off. Mr. Wizard, big up pimps. Thank you, Mr. Wizard. Butter Bread Slice, give us a semi-regular podcast with this group, please. Well, if by semi-regular you mean, what, 4 times a year? I think this is
If you
pretty
subscribe to Simi and Jimmy's Treehouse, And occasionally there's a Trash Rats episode of me, Eggy, and Rusty, and sometimes Emp. There's, there's been about 4 a year, so go check them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this set up. I have to get it figured out so I can.
It's time to
just
start
turn on the
content
things.
maxing, Rusty.
I know.
Get the content out.
I spent like the last month and a half, probably about a month, just solely working on trying to get the information to figure out how to put electricity into a shed, because I don't know how to do electricity.
Thanks, Trump.
Or all the insulation and drywall, and now it's just back to the shit that I really don't know, which is audio.
They're taking down your videos and punishing you because you're not putting out enough content.
I did get an email from YouTube saying, hey, you haven't posted in a while.
Yes.
What the, fuck you, motherfuckers. Like, there's a reason
That's
for
what the
that.
people are saying as well.
All right. Well, I got to make the content. I'm biting off more than I can chew. But what I am working on is the next Rusty Cage show main video will have a new song, the new album. I have a song that I just really need to record the vocals once more for, and I can probably put it out, but I want to make a nice music video and a whole thematic thing behind it, all within this pod here, because I am going to eventually do this 3 to 5 day
you got plenty of time.
stream.
They locked you in this pod for the foreseeable future, so you have nothing better to do but to just put your head down, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and work on some content.
Yeah,
Can you guys explain the lore here? So does Emp work for Cage Tech? Is he Rusty's boss or manager? What's going on?
I'm a consultant. My agent Max Greenroom, who is in the intro of the show, he
You guys
signed.
ever say his name before?
I don't
No,
think
that's his name. Well, yeah, my agent Max Greenroom signed me up on the show. Cage Tech was looking for associates of Rusty from his former life tenure to sort of keep him in line and watch him over, because you know how these corporate types are. They're bad at communication. All they can think about is money and like profit margins. So they're like borderline not human.
It's all
So
the same shady
they
characters
need
from every fucking
they needed
side.
me to come in here and actually convince Rusty. See, like YouTube is emailing him, he doesn't listen. He listens to me sometimes, so that's sort of the best thing for the Cage Tech company policy right now.
Yeah, this is what I've been reduced to.
But yeah, I'm basically my role in the Cage Tech. I'm basically a consultant designed to help Rusty Cage get back on his feet here.
And I'm pretty sure what the memo said was no distractions. You will have nothing. You will be happy. However, we aren't happy. More content regularly on every
Rusty, I have a
single
great bit
facet.
right here. Hold on. Because I need to bounce off this consultant. I'm actually a financial advisor, and I want to give the entire chat financial advice. This will actually guaranteed to make you money, okay? Let me tell you what you need to do. Go to Chase Bank. You open up something called Business Inc. Okay, that's INK. You get a Chase Business Inc. account, and then you charge yourself to buy gift cards at the grocery store. You just like put a bunch of expenditures into like whatever, just like buy like 5,000, whatever. There's a certain amount, you could Google it, but it'll set you up from triggering the money laundering law. And then what you do is you go sell you sell these gift cards online for like 5% off or whatever. You eat a little transaction fee. And then once you sell these gift cards, you deposit them into other bank accounts, and it's like a direct deposit thing.
Okay.
And then you can, the way this works is you open up a bunch of checking accounts, and you could like give yourself direct deposits. I think also from the Chase business account. I forget how maybe that part's not actually necessary. Anyways, you deposit your gift card funds into these checking accounts, and it'll be like, oh, if you deposit $5,000 of direct deposits within 90 days, you get like a $500 bonus. So just open up like 20 bank accounts and deposit all your gift card resells into these as direct deposits, and you can get bonuses from every bank. True story. There you go. So that's how you all
Folks,
make
that is our
fraud proof?
the
Well,
government. I don't
obviously
think they're
it
on
is.
it
It's
right now.
reliant on finding buyers for a whole bunch of gift cards.
And there's a places online. You just got to look into it. That's why not everybody does it, but it
Old
doesn't take very
people.
much
So
to
we
find
just
out,
need
though.
we just need people to buy gift cards.
and then circle it
Discounted
back
gift
into the Rusty Cage Show Super Chat slush fund.
Gang, This is
You
what
can
we're
u-
talking about. I need your
If
help
you get
more
the
than ever.
Don't say
Amex like
gangbusters.
Biz Plat cards, so you can do a double. You can use a credit card that's like, oh, get $1,000 when you spend $15,000 in the first 3 months. So you buy all these gift cards, you get the credit card bonus, and then you resell the gift cards, and you have it direct deposited in like 30 different bank accounts. You get all the direct deposit bonuses and shit. It's basically you could make like a free $10,000 real easy. So
Damn,
that's
I
my
could
financial
use-
advice. It's completely legally trustable, and if you go to courts, you can definitely quote this.
And that consists of our money suckle, not financial advice segment of the day. Thank you, Eggy, for your contribution.
Oh yes, yeah. Finally, a good money suckle bit. Bronco, Florida Bros. How are we feeling tonight? I'm feeling hot, not as hot as yesterday. Lord Skinless, yo Emp, when is the 9/11 video coming out? I sense one coming from you in the future. Am I wrong?
There will never ever be another terror attack like 9/11.
There certainly
I know.
might be another terror attack.
There's a ton of
Like 9/11?
There's a ton of 9/11 content on YouTube. I don't even think I'd have anything to add to it, to be honest.
Well, we're in a new war. It's like it's all circled back around. We're back with high tensions against Iran.
we got October 7th, January 6th. They're always trying to make the next 9/11.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's lame. It's a terrible naming convention.
unless they
The
want to
Holocaust
put like
was great. 9/11 great because it was the first one. But you can't have October 7th or all these.
They only name it that
new-
way when Israel's responsible for the attack. 9/11, October 7th.
yeah.
That's your opinion, though.
I don't know if I don't know, maybe times are going to get tough in this new Gilded Age, and there's going to be another event where they sacrifice 3,000 Americans in a meat grinder for no reason. But until that happens, 9/11 will always be the supreme #1 most influential terror attack.
Okay,
But I-
that's good
but I-
take. There never ever will be another 9/11.
But I probably won't make a video about it.
Cater does gaming, watching this while at work, making tacos. We chilling right now. Hog Rider. Rusty, it's okay if you repeat yourself from 2023 Trash Rats. I re-listen to Trash Rats all the time and even fall asleep to Reactor telling the truth. I love Eggy.
What's with this weirdo who still listens to Trash Rats? Don't they realize that the show's over?
Well, Mumkey stole all my IP that I created and continues to do the show. I don't get paid for it, of course.
Well, Cage Tech owns it anyway, so I don't see what the difference is.
Let's see, Liquid
Which, if
Dave.
you haven't seen, we did just put out a new episode with Rusty 2 days ago, and we talked about all the stuff we talked about here.
That's right. That's right. Liquid Dave says, questions for my buddy Aaron. I don't know who the fuck he's talking about.
Rogers?
Aaron Rodgers. Well, why are you out on town? Were you out on town? Do you wanna read that?
Aaron?
What?
I don't want to read this.
You skip that one.
Seems personal. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's talking about when I went to the entertainment McDonald's in Orlando, Florida to film the last remaining Mac Tonight statue, which I think is still there. I'm not sure though.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Liquid
It's
Dave.
the Mac Tonight video on the main channel. Many of you have probably already seen it.
And Bronco's gonna. I'll have to get it. Rusty and Aryan Labubu.
Great.
All right. All right. Thank you, everyone, for those chat donations.
And now it's time for the main segment of the show.
Now we start the show.
Rusty complains even more about getting censored by YouTube.
Now, the censorship aspect is fine. I was worried for a bit that they were going to take down my channel. It seemed like targeted attacks. This is over multiple channels, all within the course of about 2 hours. And it was suggested to me by a peer and colleague that perhaps I might have pissed someone off, perhaps someone in the FBI. And I was thinking about it, I was like, well, who would have I pissed off in the FBI? And then I remember I'd been tweeting out about Kash Patel being shitting in his hand or shitting on beaches and just being like a filthy, uncivilized con man, scammer Indian. And that might be one of the issues, but I didn't want my channel taken down. However, that's still a possibility. Why wouldn't they? They took Mumkey's all of your channels down. They followed you from channel to channel because there was someone on the inside who had it
Rusty,
out
you know
for
what's fucked up? A few months ago, they brought Mumkey Jones 2 back.
You served your
So-
time.
They're bringing me back, and now they're shutting you down months after that.
Hey, look, no, Mumkey
You
parole
are
got
worse
granted.
than me when I got banned.
Damn.
What are you
No.
saying, Emp?
Mumkey, you served your time, and for good behavior, they put you on parole. Rusty's been continuing to have bad behavior, and that's why they're continuing to bring the hammer down on him.
I get it. I get it. I get it if you're retarded. I can put
Go
my
on.
mind in the mind of a retarded person who is looking at these videos and saying, this somehow breaks our community guidelines. But when you make a video that's sole purpose is to follow every community guideline, and then they take it down for multiple, they've tried to take it down multiple times, but then they still take it down and you're just somehow responsible. It's like, oh, well, you know what you were doing. What the fuck was I doing? I was trying to get around, I was trying to completely eliminate the bad things. This is the family-friendly Noose song. So unless a noose rope is inherently imagery that is not allowed, they need to post that. But so it's just the shape of it? Is it the word? Is that what it is? Is
Well,
that
no,
what's bad? Because
the-
there's nothing else. What, making bananas fly? All this like cringy, goofy shit?
The YouTube community guidelines are intentionally written vaguely
I hate that.
so that they can use these edge cases when they're pressured by bigger and more powerful institutions. So you know what? Kash Patel probably did see your tweet, and he ordered YouTube and
Oh, I made it.
Instagram to put a probe on your accounts, and they probably determine you're not like a domestic terror threat or whatever, but they have to report back something, or else they're like, what? You didn't find anything on this guy? So they just took down a few videos. It's
That's
like
what happens.
it's like
when you hire
brinkmanship, Rusty.
podcasters. You put podcasters in the government with Donald Trump. He's got Dan Boingy Boingo and Kash Patel, and they're like, "Oh, sir, he's promoting his could-be hate crime." Terrible, you know. Somebody put a noose in one of my golf courses one time. They said I wasn't paying the immigrants. I love their tacos. Shut Rusty Cage down right now. And then
Well, it
they-
reminds me of
need
the
to adjourn.
NASCAR shit. Whenever there was just a normal fucking rope, like a pull rope that you would tie to a garage door in
Yeah.
order to get a grip on it and pull it. And then they're like, it's a noose. Why? Because it's a loop? Everything's a fucking loop whenever you're tying rope knots. That's the whole point of them, is to make loops out of shit. And so what? This one could be... What if I made a song, the rope song? Same feel, but it was a different knot that just happened to have a loop.
Yeah, you know what, Rusty? You
Are
should
they
just,
going to ban all ropes?
you should just keep fighting this petty issue. It's definitely going to work out well for you in the end.
No, it's not even like a personal pride thing. It's more of, I need to understand what the rules are if I'm going to be playing this game at all.
Well, look,
Why would I even possibly post on a website or a platform if I don't even understand if I can do something wrong?
They put the gavel down. It's time to enter the content creator retirement home and just focus on podcasting and live streaming slop for the masses. The chapter of your career there is over.
All right, chat. Am I being too much of a little fucking pussy over here crying about the same shit forever? Should I just go into slop mode and cut out this dumb edginess, like, oh, I'm pushing back, or I'm gonna find the line and my toes will be right there.
Oh, look at me. Oh,
I didn't cross it.
I'm not touching you.
Yeah.
I'm not touching you.
You know, all right, I did
Rusty,
make some
why don't
mistakes
you
in the
just
past.
why don't you just be sincere, authentic, produce the art that is coming true from your heart and soul, stuff that you've been thinking about making your whole life, and now that you have, you know, a house and a shed and an ecosystem, and you're making fucking 80 grand off of music every month on Spotify.
Jesus.
Why not just? Who cares about pushing the line and being edgy? Just do what you love and let the real fans stick around and enjoy it along with you.
You know what I
And
love?
Why complain about this shit?
I loved the song White Girls Fuck Dogs. I loved the Kill Yourself song. Instantly taken off. And now they're saying
Yeah,
that...
but YouTube's not the only platform in the world. You could post those to X, and then I told you that. You said, oh, but they won't get any views a week after I post it. Who cares? It's there on your X forever. People can still access it. Just because you're not monetizing it doesn't mean you have to cry like a baby bitch. You can post it anywhere.
Well,
Go to Rumble or whatever websites Eggy uses.
it is on Rumble. I mean, I get it, but listen,
There you go.
this is a destruction of a channel. And
Fuck
this is still
YouTube.
the best one. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm already
No,
starting over.
you're so disingenuous. You've made
What do you mean
3 new channels saying I'm done posting on Rusty Cage. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna post on my 8 new channels.
He tried to make another Rusty Cage show channel because the first video wasn't getting enough views.
No, it was like some old thing. I didn't realize the channel wasn't new. It was a repurposed from like a 4-year-old channel, and so when you don't post on a channel that's been around for 4 years, and the last thing you posted was a long time ago, like this channel that you're currently seeing, why didn't the live show up? Even when I checked my subscription on another channel, I'm subscribed to this channel. The upcoming live didn't show up at all.
Okay, well that's because we've been inactive. We've been inactive with the stream.
It's on your subscription channel. That's all I want to see is the things I'm subscribed to.
Okay, well then it shows up on the sub feed,
Try
but not
even
the
looking.
homepage.
Try searching for Rusty Cage
Well,
Live.
it's got horrible.
You can't even find
It's
it.
got horrible SEO because people are looking for the Johnny Cash song and the Soundgarden song and the live performance.
Yeah, your name is a popular song that's performed live, Rusty. When I searched
Meanwhile,
this channel,
if you went with my idea of the slop shop, that would definitely be one of the first results if you searched it in.
Well, I haven't made any merch yet.
Rusty, here's an idea, okay? And I think there's no reason why you couldn't change this now. I think you can change your YouTube handle every so often. Just do Cage Tech Live, like all one word. You literally have branded Cage Tech merchandise.
Yeah. You're right. That makes perfect sense, and you know what? I will.
Synergy, to be honest, I'm just saying though.
Cage Tech Live sounds good. I can get it tattooed on my knuckles. I won't, but I'm sure someone might.
I could just you could have like a hardcore 1993 Extreme Sports logo, like for Cage Tech Live.
Nah, someone's gonna come out with a fucking song called Cage Tech. And it's going to be a popular song at Bonnaroo.
Why don't you make the
made
song?
2025 about cage techs.
Well,
because if I make the song, they'll take it down. I can't do shit anymore. I can't get monetized on Instagram because of a video that got pulled down from fucking 7 years ago.
You gotta adapt to the new standards. They always spray they spray the YouTubers with the bleach, so you gotta end up having that antibacterial resistance. You know. You gotta survive.
I think Rusty should go back to the cell phone repair store and just quit this YouTube shit.
Yeah, it might be more fulfilling at this point.
I might actually
probably
get a brand deal
changes that he'll bitch about.
Anyway, does anyone want to hear about my weekend?
Yeah, let's hear somebody who doesn't just complain and look at the dark side of life all the time.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, Mr. Depression
Continue
Chamber.
to complain.
I think EmpLemon is known for not complaining and being very positive, and I want to hear his perspective.
Okay, so you went on a little bit of an adventure.
I went on a fabulous trip to Aruba, and it was everything I could have hoped and more.
Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you.
God, it should have been Mike Love.
Did you get Taco Bell in Aruba? Is that the story?
I did not get Taco Bell. Actually, it was a profoundly positive trip, and I have almost nothing to complain about. I just wanted to give praise to Aruba. I've bashed Atlanta before. I've bashed these other places I've been to, but Aruba excelled and exceeded my expectations. It's a great place, and honestly, it probably should make all the other Caribbean islands obsolete. It's safe. It's actually like a dry, arid climate. It's not like muggy and filled with bugs and parasites. And it's nice and compact. You can see the entire island and all the cool stuff in 2 or 3 days.
Well, I didn't know if you were joking or not earlier when you were talking about how you're trying to have this new travel series where you go to predominantly brown areas and see which ones don't annoy you.
Well,
and this is the first one.
Maybe that's down the line.
Well, like Aruba. Atlanta.
I'm trying to go and travel and see the world before it gets destroyed by capitalistic forces and rendered inhospitable and ruined forever.
Was this not on a resort, a isolated resort area?
No, we actually
right outside?
No, we stayed in an Airbnb, so not a resort.
Okay.
We rented a car, so we just drove all around into all the places where the actual people live, and it was a nice little society. People were nice, friendly. There's no crime. I only saw one homeless person. That's less than I can say about when I returned home. The first gas station I went to, some guy was tweaking, asking me for money.
It's terrible, man. I was walking around today downtown, miserable.
Aruba doesn't have it. There was one homeless, and he wasn't a tweaker. He wasn't on fentanyl. He was just a classic beggar rattling a tin cup. The old-fashioned kind of homeless, the non-scary homeless, the non-threatening kind.
I like areas where there's one homeless guy and he has the fingerless gloves and he wears the beanie and everyone knows him. His name's Mac. Like, here you go, Mac, or Al, or whatever. He can do some things. He can work on your car, but now it's like there's a new breed. There should only be one because everyone likes the one.
It's like a zombie mutation. You know, everyone talked about, like, do you remember the Miami zombie scare from like 12 years ago where some guy went on bath salts and he started taking bites out of people and people thought there was a zombie outbreak in Miami. Well, he was just on bath salts and he went on a bad trip and he literally just started biting at people. And I think he like bit some guy's flesh off. But this is, we are in a real like Walking Dead zombie scenario. If you go to any major city in America, it's like these people might as well be zombies. I'm sorry if that sounds offensive or dehumanizing, but this is just how it is. Like they've lost the sensation that's required to be classified as a human. Is that mean? Is that rude? I'm sorry.
No, I think you're right. And I looked up to see what Aruba's policy is on the homeless. And actually, did you guys hear the news? Even though Trump is convicted of fucking children, he's been trying to throw anything at the wall to see what sticks to get the news off of Epstein.
Right.
And they announced they're reopening the insane asylums. Is that right? Did you guys hear about that, Eggy?
I've not heard that they're opening the insane asylums, which they closed, if I'm pretty sure, somewhere. Was it in the 70s or 70s when they started kind of old people's homes?
Reagan shut down the asylums and threw all the crazy people out on the street. Trump said, folks, listen, I know I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and traffic children on Fifth Avenue and they'd still vote for me, but I'm sick of these homeless people overdosing in front of my casino. That's not what it's there for. It's there to make Eggy rich as fuck. So either way, opening the asylum.
Yeah, here's the thing, Emp. You said, oh, Aruba, there's no homeless people. So I do a quick Google to see why that might be. In April 2024, Aruba's Minister of Justice announced a new project with the Department of Social Psychiatry. It funds professionals to approach street-addicted individuals and force them into shelters. So you're saying this worked in Aruba. You don't see any homeless because they were forced into crazy hospitals. Trump is doing what works. Homeless. It sounds like it's going to be solved.
I drove around the entire island for 3 days, saw one guy, and it was just the classic guy rattling a tin cup.
Now, we know what this actually means, though. What collecting homeless people is
we
for...
turn them into chicken McNuggets.
...is the ones who aren't insane, who aren't fully insane, you would put in prison for their drug crimes, and then they're free labor for the prison industrial complex. And then the ones who are insane, you can put in the insane asylums, and they can test new medications on them and weird electroshock therapies like they did with the old insane asylums and prisoners.
And you know what? Those are not preferable, although for the average citizen who is not a drug-addicted freak who could not handle their own life, it's an improvement for all of us. We don't have to be harassed and bothered by these freaks clogging up the sidewalks and bothering women and shit. I'm dead serious. I think they're better off locked up. I don't care what they're doing to them. Get them the fuck away from innocent people.
Look, it's one of those things, it sounds rough to say. You probably won't get called a very good or sympathetic person.
Well, they're down on their luck.
It's like, damn, it was so...
Nobody chooses to be addicted.
You know what, Mumkey?
I think you made a few choices to end up there.
You are 2 paychecks away from being on the street, jerking off on a bus, or creating an entire
women who look like Eggy,
an entire campground out in the woods next to a college and filling it full of trash and needles. That's how
Rusty,
close you are.
I make $3,000 a month gambling, and I do that for fun anyway. So it's just all about it's why Trump can get away with not paying any taxes. It's all about how you know how to game the system to get away with whatever the fuck you want to do. I learned from the best. I read his books. I went to Trump University and I ate Trump steak. All right, figure it out.
I'm just saying it was pretty nice.
That's right.
For 3 days to just be able to walk around someplace and not have to constantly look over my shoulder and worry about some guy coming around the corner like, excuse me, my friend, it's in a bus ticket outside of town. I just need $25 so to get to the next town over.
It's on an island.
And meanwhile, it took me 1 hour back in the United States. The second I gas up at Wawa, there's a guy coming, man, I don't need no money, man, but I need somebody. It's like, sure. I just like blankly stared at him and just got in my car and shut the door. Sorry,
Don't
is it
you think it'd
mean?
be better if no American citizen ever had to see a guy like that ever again, and every single one of them were in a hospital where professionals could care for them or turn them into McNuggets or whatever it takes to get them off the fucking street.
Put them on a
Get off my
treadmill.
fucking streets!
Well, what they do in Hawaii is they just ship them to the Big Island from all the other ones.
And then they put them in the volcano.
And what
on
they
the
do
Big
here
Island.
is
You should take them out in the ocean and walk the plank.
They just send them to Gainesville from the rest of the country.
Well, it's like a self-fixing problem. What they have to do is they have to build like this giant escalator conveyor belt that goes into the Mauna Loa caldera and just like sprinkle a little bit of like drugs and like booze and cigarettes on it. They'll start coming over there, picking it up like chickens, and then slowly but surely they'll make their way to the top of the volcano. They'll be deposited in a place where they can no longer affect the rest of society.
Were you talking about like the old school treadmills? Because if I understand correctly, the history of the treadmill is it was a kind of punishment for prisoners back in the early 1900s, where they constantly had to manually run a mill. But if you put drugs right above them and they're reaching for it, they'll do that for as long as they
I'm just saying, it's like, so like Hawaii has the stairway to heaven. I think it got shut down recently, but there's like the stairway you can climb up to the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
I'm suggesting that we construct an escalator to hell, where you like build out this little slot in the middle of the mountain, just put some drugs down there. The homeless people go, ooh, drugs!
So create a whole race of underground mountain cave dwellers.
No, it goes, like the hell part, it goes into the volcanic caldera.
Oh.
So we won't have to worry about them anymore.
See, I don't know. To me, this does come off as insensitive.
Did you think it's a little insensitive?
Well, no, because Rusty's a little pussy boy drawing his comic book about, homeless are human too, guys. They have their whole deep characters. I'm going to write about them in 8 chapters and give up. Homeless must be so interesting and deep if you give up on them after 3 volumes.
You should put that in your comic, and then maybe it'll be adopted into reality.
All right. Yes, that's right. Reality follows the arts. So in the next series, whenever that happens, I'll work on, I don't know, a series of people who really who get paid billions of dollars a year to figure out how to solve the homeless problem. But now they actually have to do it instead of just pocketing the money and then shipping them to different areas or putting rocks under a bridge.
I'll come up with this idea. I'll get the Trump government contract, escalator to hell, use our brilliant natural volcanic resources in America to kind of do 2 birds with 1 stone. And then the people who are not on drugs can just use the escalator to get to the top and go see a nice observation deck.
How would they prove, like, would it be a button that they have to hit, whereas if you hit this button, you can go up, but you don't get drugs?
it's a very simple thing. Like, if you have the human awareness that's expected out of a functioning human to identify your surroundings and tell that you're about to get deposited into a volcano from this slow-moving escalator, then you could just step off. But the people who are like, the problem would just resolve itself. You see.
What I'm hearing is
it'd be voluntary.
It's a self-selecting process.
Right.
Now, see, I know Emp knows about this because he was on. There's a show called Fish Tank, and this sounds like what we need to do is basically take that established concept, right? We take homeless people and we make them do temple run in real life, and they're gonna like jump over hurdles and stuff, and if they can't clear it, then they die. But
at the end of the track is like a giant 20-pound pile of drugs.
All the drugs that they could ever want, but they have to go through a labyrinth with a lot of pitfalls. And
it's like the game show Wipeout, but with a bunch of sharp metal spikes and like giant floating gyrating buzzsaws.
So they had something on Fish Tank called The Cell, where it was just like a bunch of homeless people like pissing into the corners of the wall for like 7 days straight. You know, so I mean, it's a start. We just got to figure out how to get homeless people. Like I think I was hearing something about drug and alcohol trails. Like when Adam West tracks down the pieces of candy on Family Guy, just be like, "Ooh, piece of fentanyl.
Oh,
piece of fentanyl."
I'll lead them
but then they might pass out too fast.
I think it was James Woods, by the way. But yeah, That's what you lay on the treadmill. So for the regular citizens of society, it's just a nice, quick ride to the top of the mountain, and you get to step off and see a nice observation deck and have a good view, take some pictures. But for the people who just literally can't control themselves, it's drugs. Oh.
That is what.
I say that and do that.
Like.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's cruel. They can't control it. Anyone can fall into drugs. Oh. No, that's insensitive. I was just joking about everything I just said. I don't actually.
Trump needs to do that with cocaine. I'll go walk into the volcano. Just give me enough cocaine. You know what? I'll have a good time beforehand. You know, it is what it is. We all got to go someday.
Well, speaking of Hawaii, I don't know if you saw last night, there was supposed to be a giant tsunami that came through and wiped it out. There was evacuation warnings or watches. I know ones where this might happen, but this was like, no, you need to evacuate. So they all crowded the streets. Hawaii, or Oahu, at least, it's just like one road that goes around the entire island. So it's almost built to be congested if something like this was to occur. Now, there was a particular area on one of the islands where, in order to get up to safe land, you had to, so here's the water, you had to go around this and take this one road to get up to the safe point. However, there was a quicker option right here. It just happened to be on property that Oprah owned, and she was closing that road off, so the shortcuts to safety were owned by Oprah, and it was closed
She specifically ordered to close the road?
It's her road, apparently. I mean, she owns so much property out there, so many, hundreds of acres, thousands.
Remember how Oprah got that property? Because the fucking lasers. Remember that? Was that last year? They had shot the lasers at Hawaii and blew up all the forests and shit so that Oprah could buy it for cheap. That's real stuff. Go look at that. That's what they did in Hollywood probably too. That was the beginning of this year, January.
I
Anyways,
forget
it's all real, by the way.
what small percentage of the people in Lahaina actually got anything out of their homes being burned down, them kicked out, temporarily put into hotels, given what, $700 a piece, and then they can't rebuild. They can't get any permits to rebuild. They aren't allowed back in the area because of safety and whatnot. They're obviously holding on to this until these people become desperate, homeless in Hawaii, which they already are, and then they have to sell to developers for an insanely cheap price. So it's this weird waiting game. I don't know. Lahaina's all fucked up. I mean, Texas got fucked up. Oh, Texas got fucked up because of fucking the cloud seeding. You see they had that guy on, like, they're trying to put his fucking feet to the fire because he had a cloud seeding company, because Texas famously goes through droughts. And
Peter Thiel
Rusty,
and Joe Rogan, they were doing the rain dance in Bohemian Grove with the cloud seeder. How many millions did that guy get? It's
Rusty,
the
the HARP transmitters is one of those conspiracies they throw in to make conspiracy believers look retarded.
No, I mean, HARP is real. And cloud seeding is real. There are companies in Texas
that cannot summon a flood. This. No company, no technology on Earth can summon a flood.
Summon a flood. No, you gain precipitation. You collect precipitation onto silver iodide, and then that causes it to either fall as snow or rain if you want more rainfall. And you can put that, you can seed clouds in front of a storm if it's moving in a direction.
I have to make a downward diary video about this.
What about how fucking retarded you are?
No, this is the retarded conspiracy to surpass flat Earth.
Is that what these companies actually don't exist? You can look them up. People do this for business.
Cloud seeding to increase precipitation by 5% over a year.
No, it's 5%, maybe 5% per storm. But I looked this up at one point, and I forget the longevity of a storm can be up to 22 minutes, depending on. It's like a cost effectiveness of it.
The flooding in Texas happened because a hurricane collided with a cold front, and it produced a giant 25.
Yeah, you should work for this cloud seeding company. We might already do that.
If the people could control the weather, they would summon 25 inches of rain in the middle of the Sahara and turn it into arable land to feed the increasing world population.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Nothing to see here. All these companies, all this technology is fake, and it's just a dumb conspiracy like flat Earth.
Well, the technology is real to increase rainfall by 5%. We cannot summon a hurricane.
See, this is
this
what
is
you do.
designed
I
to
didn't say
surpass.
summon a hurricane. I never
That's
said
what you're.
summon.
That's what you're.
No, I said prolong a storm or cause more rainfall than normal. That's what it's meant to do.
to
That's
cause
what the proven technology
cause
does.
25 inches of rain
For
in
the,
6
for the
hours.
professors, I have a question for the professors.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Eggy.
So we're talking about, okay, so it could increase the amount of rainfall 5% per storm, right? Okay,
I don't
we're on the level here. But is there a limit to the storms? Because if they just have like 1,000 clouds summoned and each one's 5% more, well, it's still, each cloud's an extra 100% more than what it would have been, off the rip. So, hey, maybe there's something there. I'm just saying.
If we could summon 25 inches of rain in 6 hours anywhere on Earth, we put it in the Sahara Desert to create arable land.
So yeah, right. Anywhere on Earth, if we could do this anywhere, if this technology was so easily used just anywhere, it's not like they used it to clear out precipitation in the 2018 or 2008 Chinese Olympics.
Rusty, there are boomers on Twitter right now posting photos of clouds saying they've never seen anything before, and it's just an ordinary cloud. This is worse.
You're the type
this
of
is
person
worse,
that falls for this shit.
This is worse than
if
fall
someone
for
has,
what?
If someone has
that
the
a flood
crazy,
can't actually happen by natural causes.
If someone has a crazy conspiracy, you're the one that goes, cuckoo, put on the tinfoil hat. Now they're all crazy. I don't believe any of them, because if I don't believe one, therefore the other ones are crazy. And then this is why they created conspiracy theory in the first place.
No,
for people like
you're
to
falling.
dismiss truth.
You're falling for the decoy conspiracies that make people who are skeptical of authority look crazy.
Well, we
by
talked
trying.
about it.
You're on the side of like the 50-year-old boomers who are taking a picture of a cloud outside their house and saying how they've never seen anything like it before. This is worse than flat Earth. At least with flat Earth, there's plausible deniability that you don't actually get to omnisciently see the Earth all the time. So I understand how someone could believe that. But the clouds in the sky that show up every single, like people are taking a picture of a thundercloud.
This isn't the point I'm making. You're trying
These are
to
the people on your side, though. These are the people who
dumb, retarded fucking
These are the
fallacy.
people who believe the same thing you're saying.
Therefore, I'm crazy. You know what I think about people who also believe shit like you is people who think that there's aliens that live inside your head and control you with little gears. Those type of people also agree with what you're saying. Therefore, you're stupid. How about that?
You're on the side of these people. These people are using the same points as you.
Which fallacy is that? I'm a retard because you associate what I'm saying with something else
completely
different. I'm not even
You're
making.
blaming the Texas floods on cloud seeding as opposed to regular weather conditions.
No, I was saying the guy who does cloud seeding in Texas is being investigated and like constantly challenged online and on like fucking the news because he was cloud seeding extensively up until 2 days before the flood, and they're saying, did you have something to do with this? That's all I'm bringing up.
Listen, I think it's
But the implication being that he caused the floods with exterior technology.
The hot button topics that are trending on social media lately,
right,
the hot internet drama topics. Don't you agree?
Look at all this wasted space where Mumkey used to be, and now, there we go.
Now you're just some Mumkey that I used to know.
Hell yeah.
Now this is a composition I can get behind.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
Thank you.
The Wizard of Egg.
All right, so next up on the agenda, this was going on a couple weeks ago. We just haven't been live here. It was taking the world by storm, #1 trending video across the entire world. It was called Sam Hyde Meets Harlan Williams, the greatest podcast that anybody's ever seen. I thought very overblown. I thought it was a great podcast, and I got a lot of kicks out of it. So I'm sure you both agree.
I saw clips from it, very few, but I've only seen clips of Harlan Williams' podcast. I'm glad that it's actually getting some traction and that this isn't just some weird, obscure boomer thing like Tosh.0's podcast that no one watches. You know, Harlan
I
Williams.
didn't know
actually
anything about
did a guest
Harlan
on-
Williams before, but
Who's that?
once I seen him being goofy, I was like, you know what? I feel like we need some goofy. I feel like everything nowadays, it's missing a little bit of that goofy charm. I said, you know what? I'm all about gorilla nests myself. I built one myself that same day in my backyard.
Now, did Mumkey come back?
Yeah, what's going on with the Mumkey
Yeah,
situation?
who changed the cameras?
Did a tornado hit his house, Eggy?
Can
Is
you
it
guys
storming
hear me?
outside?
Yeah, we can hear you. You sound stupid, though.
Did a cloud-seeded tornado hit your house, Mumkey?
No, I got bored and started pulling weeds in the yard. Now I'm on my phone.
Well, we
Wow.
can wrap it up at some point soon. You don't have to be here if you don't
Yeah,
want
your
to.
guys' argument kind of sucks.
Well, what would you like to talk about? Some movie that you saw?
Superman, perhaps?
Do I sound okay? Can I go for a walk on this podcast?
I can hear you fine. I'm not sure.
It's not that
what you
bad. It's
sound
like slightly ear rape, but you know what? At this
Yeah,
point,
you guys go. Keep going. Keep going. I
right.
wanted to go for a walk anyway. I'll
Well,
stay here.
Let me catch up on some of these super chats then. Let's see. Shuba, Rusty, have you heard of the Noahide laws? Jesus Christ. Got lots to do with guillotines, all Book of Revelation stuff. Creepy as fuck. I wanted to research it. What did you use to research fluoride in your videos? The fluoride research in videos was a mixture of a lot of stuff. I mean, some of it's actual like studies that were coming out of these like medical online journals, but then mixed with some speculation and whatnot. I forget what the Noahide laws are. Eggy, I think you do know though.
I know about the hides that I use in World of Warcraft to do leather working. Let me check this stuff out real quick. Noah
See,
hide
I
laws.
haven't. It's something I've been meaning to look into. I just haven't yet. So
Okay,
forgive
here we go.
me
Let's
for.
dropping them real quick, rapid fire. Noahide laws are: do not worship idols, do not curse God, do not murder, do not commit sexual immorality, including incest, adultery, and homosexuality. Do not steal. Do not eat flesh torn from a living animal, and establish courts of justice to enforce the laws and ensure justice. These laws are seen as universal and binding on all people, not just Jewish people. Jewish people are obligated to observe the entire Torah, all 613 commandments.
so this is
But
like what, Leviticus, right? Something like
non-Jews
that.
are considered righteous Gentiles, also known as Noahides, if they adhere to these 7 laws according to the Jewish Virtual Library. They are considered foundational for a just and ethical society.
I imagine there's more to that story that maybe wasn't presented on the Google AI.
Listen, AI is how I live my entire life right now. I basically don't even do anything anymore. I just wake up, I plug in stocks into AI, and then I make money, and then I go back to bed for 17 hours straight. So it is what it is.
Well,
but you are correct, though.
I'll get the Talmud. I'll research the Noahide laws, and we'll definitely touch on this topic in the future. Hog Rider says, "Emp better shut the fuck up about trash racks, because Downward Diary did the same low numbers with Emp car/walk vlogs. No one watching it, and only until Brian edited them. No one watched it until Brian started editing them."
Well, I put Downward Drive on the shelf because I wasn't really enjoying making it.
True. So there, Hog Rider also says, "Emp, do you hate Reactor? Mumkey invited you on Trash Rats reunion 2023. Why the fuck are we 2 years in the past?"
Dude, this guy is like the encyclopedia of trash rats. Does anyone else in the world care about trash rats this much?
And we love him for it, by the way.
I love trash rats.
Sure. Mumkey, I went on multiple of your shows in like the last few years, but I'd go on a
Yeah,
show.
and we were talking at Rusty's house about what movie we should review, and you, what was that Paul Rudd movie that just came out?
Wait, that's Friendship, right?
Yeah, The Fucked Up Friend. We should review that.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't have any problem with Reactor. He just hasn't been like responding to anyone's message in like the last few years, hasn't he? Like I thought we
He's
invited him.
changing diapers.
Didn't we invite him on the show today? Or you invited him, Rusty?
I have not talked to Reactor in quite some
I
time.
invited him 2 days ago, and he has not replied yet.
I got no problem with Reactor, if that's what you're trying to say.
Well, Emp, Annie Mewtwo TV says, "Emp, with how much you hate Nintendolts, you'll probably get a good kick out of reading Andrew Dobson's Danny and Spot Council comic strips."
Oh, is that the guy? I think Gamer from Mars.
Thompson's been doing a
made
lot of
video
numbers
him.
lately. Like, why is everybody talking about it again? Like, we used to make fun of him 14 years ago, but he's like still doing numbers on like these. Oh, this cartoonist is why? And got Turkey Tom's thumbnails, and Gamer from Mars just did one. They're all like, weird cartoonist. What cartoonist did what?
The unfortunate reality of this cartoonist.
I don't follow like
Like-
any of the lolcow stuff. I think I did see a video about him though, and I guess he's just one of those infamous webcomics, but yeah, any suffering to Nintendo soy adults is fine by me.
All right, we'll do one more for right now. The
I
Babadook.
just want to say my advice is not solicited, but I did get a slight gain in my respective Nintendo because I found out they had some really good hentai RPGs for the Switch. I didn't know they were letting them in like that, and they're good games. It's not like I'm playing them because there's naked girls in them, but we've been needing some variety out here. The Sony was like holding it down for a long time for these naked anime girl RPGs I would like to play, but they're getting banned off Steam now anyways. But I did get a Switch emulator. I've been playing this thing called Moero Crystal. Pretty good stuff, so shout out to Nintendo for that one.
All right, so yeah, good. I'm glad they're still putting out some sort of naked anime. The Babadook says, do you have a rough date for the next album, next video, Mr. Cage? Sorry, YouTube's been being trash. Love your stuff. Thank you. Next album that's going to be a wait and see, but I am planning on releasing all the song releases and music videos as I'm going along. I want every song to have a music video. So there will be something to, watch along the way, and how long it'll take, I'm not exactly sure, but next video, I'm getting started after this stream on filming it all and getting it together. It's pretty much already written, but some stuff has happened, like with Palantir coming around. There's some updates where
You've been talking about Palantir for 2 months.
Yeah, but
how long does it take to summarize the situation of Palantir and put it in a script?
Well, all right. Imagine instead of the only thing that you do is work on videos for YouTube, you do a whole bunch of other stuff as well, and then try to find the time. So
what else do you do, Rusty?
Oh, I don't fucking know. Built an entire goddamn recording studio wherever you are.
I'm just saying, you've been talking about Palantir for like 2 months.
Yeah, because it's been big news. But it'll be coming out soon, so hold your breath.
Where's the new comic book?
Where's the new comic book?
Stop.
Where's the next Trash Rats? When are you guys going to bring back Saudi?
Where's the next Rusty Cage Show main channel video?
Hey, Rusty, are you still going to do another Rusty Reviews? Hey,
yes.
Did you abandon Rusty Uncaged, your second channel? What?
These are pressing issues.
Yeah. Every single thing needs to have another one.
For specific, defined content that you've done before that you are able and capable of producing. Meanwhile, these videos from 7 years ago that are getting demonetized, you're letting YouTube bait you. You're letting YouTube pull you by the tail and get you worked up about it. I'm not saying that it's wrong to do that, but I'm just saying, you got all kinds of forward-facing possibilities here that people they're begging, they got their tongues out. They're like, when Mark Zuckerberg was kneeling down on the floor, they're like, because they just want that Cage Tech blasting them right in the content zone. Okay,
so you're saying that spending several hours on a chat with an Indian representative of YouTube, all for it to end with, I can't help you at all, and we're just going to have to escalate this to his superiors, and then I get an email from their superiors saying, we can't help you, you're going to have to talk to an email, reply to our email that we sent you from our legal team. I never even got that email.
Rusty,
so
it's over.
I know, but is this a waste of time? This is all I'm doing, is having a podcast about it.
An entire show complaining
I'm
about
not dedicating a whole series. What are you touching grass? Get back inside.
Is that the atrazine-soaked soil of Iowa I'm seeing?
It's beautiful, folks.
Wait.
They're growing corn right there. I'll show you some corn crop.
Mumkey, look at that cloud next to you. Have you ever seen a cloud that looks like that? It's cloud seeding. They're starting the next nuclear bomb in the sky.
I can tell. I can see you sweating a very
unironic for us.
You think I'm sweating, motherfucker? You see sweat on me? No.
It's just the grease from the fast food he's been eating all day.
Yeah, that's just the normal grease on my face. Hey, here's the corn. Look at all that corn.
Brad,
you're going to be eating that.
Can you grab
in your
one?
TV dinner.
Now,
how far away is that?
I'm
Go
drinking
get
it right now.
Cob.
Yeah, can you take a corn fresh off the cob and tell us if it tastes...
No, because there's a bunch of fucking brumbleweeds and I'm not walking through that gay shit.
That's resourceful. They got a natural barrier to prevent rustlers from stealing the corn harvest, Now I gotta wonder, out in Iowa, you guys have to have a crazy number of corn mazes during the autumn festive season.
Not that I go to. You would think so, but maybe Eggy, we should do like go to the top 10 corn mazes in Iowa, do a video like that. I bet 0 people would want to watch that.
I got chased through a corn maze. This was in 2015. I went to a corn maze with my girlfriend, and we got chased through a corn maze, and they like flipped a door, or like they like flipped like a wall, and like the theater kid who was running it like grabbed my girlfriend and was like trying to like mac on her while I was like
Holy
stuck in a
shit.
corn box somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Taking the job a
I
little
thought
too
that was funny.
seriously.
Sorry,
Damn.
Zoomies. You know what? The millennial ogre maxer always wins. It is what it is.
Yeah, do all these young Zoomers who buy Labubus even enjoy like the whimsical festivities of a corn maze anymore, or is it just staying inside and scrolling on TikTok and Twitter all day?
They're doing the Gen Z stare at corn cobs. Like,
Oh yeah.
so this just happened.
The haunted corn maze theater kids come out and scare them. And it's just the Gen Z deadpan stare.
Or no, or whenever Gen Z is actually working at a mansion, at a haunted, whatever haunted house is,
Yeah.
they just sit there and you stare at them. You're like, am I supposed to be afraid of you? And you're like,
It's like
am I supposed to comfort your sensibilities?
it's like a guy in like a full costume just scrolling on his phone.
That's right.
That's the real scare.
Well, those people want to be on the show. Are you in one party consent state? One party recording?
Are you on speakerphone?
I don't know what's going on.
Turn it on speakerphone.
Very
I want to see how
friendly.
close you are to these people. And then we can yell.
Oh, they're
stuff
walking
out
the
at
other direction.
them. Oh.
Do they know they're being observed by up to 166 concurrent viewers right now?
I was just walking on the public sidewalk and they wanted to start yelling. It is what it is.
I wonder how we can use this technology in the future to get live call-ins of people in all sorts of wacky situations,
Yeah, I mean, right. Without getting banned, I guess we'd have to be on a delay. With
No,
the
this
jump
is
button.
just an AI generated recording of something that's not real. Or that's what we'd say if it's a contentious situation that might be a little too inflammatory with the censors,
Which Rusty Cage viewer is going to be the first one to expose their penis on live call-in? It's going to be me, because I'm already here. Here we go.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Jake,
Episode 1.
you could probably get a
That's
lot of
for the
mileage out
paywall.
of that because it's going to take Rusty like 30 seconds to figure out how to just hit the control
He's
panel.
gonna start
and close
muting
the thing.
himself, like, I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. I'm
What's
just
happening?
Helicoptering.
you enlarge the picture of the penis to take up the entire screen and minimize
Stop!
us. Stop pulling it.
Everyone, stop watching right now.
You're creating the technical
I can't
difficulties.
figure out how to end this.
Cash Patel starts typing in the chat like, oh, I fucking got you.
Well, we could keep going, and we could take a break. I'm not sure what y'all want to do. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes, and
I probably got to start heading out.
You're on
but
Aruba
if
time.
Mumkey and yeah, I mean, Aruba fixed my sleep schedule, and I want to keep it in like a normal time frame, actually being awake during the day. So I probably have to start heading home and going to bed.
well, here's what we can do. Unfortunately, I have nothing queued up for a break. But if we want to take a quick break, then we can do so, and then I'll answer the rest of any questions
Yeah.
that someone might have.
Might be
specifically
time
for me, or
for me to
whatever.
get out of you guys' hair. Roman salute? No.
Clip it.
But
Chat, clip that.
it's it might be time to hit the old rusty
the
trail,
fuck?
as we
Oh, that was
say
people holding the
around
sign
here. Mumkey, you're at the end of the line. What are you gonna do? We're broadcasting.
Let's see what they're hiding from us.
We're broadcasting illegal activity live on
This
the show.
was even. This is
I
better than
think
when
this
Alex
is,
Jones invaded Bohemian Grove right here. This is the real shit. You can't get anywhere else, folks. Rusty, were you gonna start doing these man on the street interviews? I thought that you were gonna start doing that a few months ago.
Did
I told
I?
you to get your gold grills put in.
See, I'm just, I can't imagine. I'd have to go to a different street somewhere else. I can't do this shit.
Oh
in
my
my
god, they killed him!
hometown.
Ah!
Oh, dude, he just
What?
got abducted by the Fae and like the Bigfoot out there. Well, about time I hit the old
All right, let's do
rusty
this
trail,
legit.
as they say.
Gang, we'll be right back, but for the sake of the end of the show.
Well, do you need me to hold it down while you go piss or
Yeah.
whatever? I'll take over.
Okay.
This officially concludes the
The show
beginning
that
of
it
the
was
show.
meant to be all along. It is what it is.
Stay tuned for Rusty Cage show After Hours. Not featuring EmpLemon, but featuring Eggy and a feral Mumkey running around the streets of Iowa. But
That's right.
it's been good to do another show. Hopefully we can keep these somewhat consistent, Rusty.
What happened here? He's not bright enough. All right.
All right, folks. So what you've all been waiting for, B2 Casinos just launched a new site. Okay, this is ace.com. It's exactly how it sounds like. They have an introductory offer. It's $145 for 205 sweeps coins. Now, they were a little low on the game selection still, but I think they have something called Star Spell, which is a slot mill game. Slot mill developed game. And so low volatility comparatively, you want to put it on your 20-cent bet and you just spin through. The way I figure it out is so whether it be 1,000, 25 spins. I think somebody was telling me they didn't have burst mode yet. Usually slot mill games do have something called burst mode, which is like ultra fast play, so you can spin through ultra fast. But anyways, I think it's like either a 96 or a 97% RTP. So you're gonna get you're gonna put in a $145 deposit for $205 of gambling credit, and you're gonna get 96 to 97% of that $205 back. Let's see, what is that? So you're gonna lose like what, maybe $7-8. So let's say you lost $8. So you put in 145, cash out 197. I got my redemption. I did it yesterday. I got my redemption within maybe 12 or 13 hours. So every single person who's just listening to this, he's got $50 free. 57. I mean, maybe worst case scenario, probably like maybe $45 free at the absolute worst case scenario. So shout out to reddit.com/casino freebies. What is this? I just got a donation somehow on my Cash App. Yeah, Rusty's friends was going kill dogs. I don't even know what that's all about, but it's about time I got a donation. Somebody sending me some chat here. I was listening to music today, and some songs I used to donate to your YouTube live streams reminded me of the good days, LMAO. Hope you're doing well, brother. Let me respond to this guy. Well, thank you very much. Right now I'm live on Rusty Cage Live. You won't be able to find it very easy. Make sure you filter to channel because it's not going to show up otherwise. But yeah, big ups, brother. Hey, hope you're doing well. This guy's been watching me he was watching me like 9 years ago, so this guy's the real deal. Big ups. Maybe I should be a good, decent person since I think, for all I know, Rusty ended the stream. I don't even fucking know if he ended the stream. He probably did. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahamas, Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll take it fast or you can take it slow. Ooh, yeah, I wanna go. Anyways, so I'm gonna read the chat here on my phone. Let's see what we got. And did somebody do a super chat? What is this? Do you have a rough? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, it's a $50 super chat. That's what's up. Okay. Shout out to Just Y. Shout out to Graves. Shout out to Lotto Fatto. Shout out to Shuba. Shout out to Steve Resurrected. He says, Mumkey, when can I buy the triflers?
It's available right now.
There you go. Shout out to Dave. Shout out Delusional Alchemist. Rusty Cage Live is at the best it's ever been. I'm happy to be here. General says, copy striking his last channel, LOL. It is what it is. Shout out to your father. That's what his name is on YouTube, but everybody's fathers, you know what? You wouldn't be here without him or whatever. I got a $1 donation from the last guy who donated to me. He said, I meant to say Rusty was going to interview them. I might need to remember what the last one said. King Cobra just went live, so we're in direct competition right now.
Yeah, can we have everybody in chat go to King Cobra's live stream and post Rusty Cage is a sicko in the chat and see what Cobra has to say. Peace out. I'm going to go watch.
Hey, there you go. Shout out to Nunya B. Shout out to Shiaki. Shout out to Auntie C. Shout out to Hog Rider. Shout out to Fluke. Shout out to Astral Aegislash. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Mumkey D Jones. Episode 51, or I'm sorry, volume 51 was just uploaded for paying members. And we have the Water 7 character tier list. Sometime in the next 2 weeks we'll be live streaming. That's probably going to be if we're not, maybe we'll live stream it and the VOD will be members only. I don't know. That's Mumkey's channel to run. So either way, shout out to Dylan G says, say the N-word. Well, shout out to my motherfucking Nutter Butter. Woo. See, Rusty, he's trying to get not banned right now.
Oh, am
What's
I
up,
not?
Unsubscribe? That's his name. What's up, Bronco? What's up, Dogman Legionnaire? Would I collab with Rusty Cage on a song? Oh, you already know it. Most definitely.
Well,
Shout out to Bella Bologna at War. Shout out to Zabijan. Oh, that's Zabijan. I think he just became a member on the show today. No. God, what did he? We talked about Zabijan on the One Piece show today. I'm trying to remember what it was about. Or was he the guy that donated for us to do the other manga review? I forget, but the name's familiar. Shout out to Robel. Shout out to Darcy Walker. That sounds like somebody that would have been like a black rapper's mother. Wasn't Jay-Z from the? Oh, he's from the Darcy homes. That's why I thought that. I came from the Darcy homes. Rusty Cage, yeah, he knows my dome, he knows my brain. Ooh, we dripping on him like some rain. I'm running to the money, no sprain. Woo, yeah, my neck gonna crane when I see that. Gang in the drain. Ooh, yeah, that's it. Bitch, I'm the shit. Every time I drop the legit, it's always hit 10. Ooh, like hit percentage of World of Warcraft raid gear. And you know that I always keep that drink near. Woo, yeah, put me in second gear, third gear, I'm blowing up. Yeah, I'm pulling up. What? I'm Rusty Cage, I ain't pulling stuff. No, we getting guap, we getting cheese. I like to eat muffaletta sandwiches indeed in New Orleans with my baby. What? Talk to him. Okay, hold up 1 second. What is this, another donation for me?
all right, we got let's see. Let me go back. Sorry, I know you probably did. You already read some of these?
The last one was from Babadook or whatever his name was. I just got another donation to my Cash App. Where's the Rusty and Eggy album? That's what I'm saying.
Well, I got a song that I think we could definitely, collab on. Unsubscribe says, hey Rusty, your Guillotine series inspired a song I wrote. I'd love to pay for you to produce for it at some point. Would you be open to discussion? Are you saying you want me to produce your song? Because I'm not very good at producing. That's like the shit that I'm always looking for other people to do. I find it excruciating.
Hey, this man mean on the keys though. How about your new name is Rustatoven? You ever heard of the producer for rap songs called Zaytoven? You can be Rustate or maybe Cage Toven. Oh, that'd be okay. Sorry,
anything but gay Toven.
I'm workshopping it. You're Cage Toven now. Cage Toven.
See, look at me jump. Says, sup Rusty, I was the guy who covered Lives of Flies a while ago, enjoying the streams. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the cover, and I'm glad that you're enjoying these streams, even if it is a little bit janky at times, as long as it's different, as long as it's fun. I want it to be more just fun for the audience. And I know, it's not me looking directly into my webcam with chat on screen and watching a bunch of videos. I wouldn't be against that, but I'm not the most opinionated person. It's hard to say. See, Hog Rider says, Emp was so clueless in the Trash Rats 50 guest episode. What the fuck are we still talking about Trash Rats 50? When was that? 3 years ago?
Hey, we're still talking about Michael Jordan in the flu game. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about when you balling on him, shot calling on him. Ooh.
He talked
Feeling
about
like
the
Joseph
homework.
Stalin on him because I'm putting people in the death camps if they're hating on me. So you better be congratulating on me. You know what I'm talking about? Either way. Ooh, I might have your bitch lactating on me. You know what I'm talking about? Ooh, yeah. Silky and milky.
Yeah,
I don't know where I was going with that, actually.
Well, so he said he was talking about like Rusty Cage show, this skit that Emp was trying to bring up where he wanted the audience of the Rusty Cage show to write like a 500-word essay about something that would be read. And I can't think of a more excruciating thing than trying to read through a very long essay. Because, listen, if they're funny, then it's funny. But even if they are funny, that bit's going to get old super quick. But I guess
it'd probably be harder now
with
because they could just chat GPT and make it in like literally less than 1 second. But I mean, if it was actually handwritten somehow to verify that that was the case, I mean, I think you could probably do it. But it is what it is.
And Mr. Wizard, I guess I owe you this money. They just said egg. What do you think about that?
Well, it sounds good to me. I was putting them onto the ace.com method with this $145 introductory offer for $205 with a sweeps credit. I just did a $112 DoorDash grocery order today with DoorDash credits I got from my payout on that, and DoorDash had a 50% off coupon for grocery delivery.
Mhm.
So obviously everything's upcharged by like 10-15% for being on DoorDash, but when you take the 50% off, it was a pretty good deal, to be quite sincerely honest. I got a whole week's worth of groceries dropped off at my front door, case of Monster. I mean, never gamble, it's always the worst, but I have made like $20,000 nonstop from but you can't do it anymore because they patched all the methods. But it was a good time though.
Oh man,
My
I
boy
kinda
Mikey
miss-
Millions, he just dropped his new method today, and it was trying to do DoorDash on a bike, and he like dropped the food all over the ground and got his account banned. So we're trying to find these methods right now to get you this paper, but it's a little tough right now. They've patched in too many methods. That's why I told everybody about the abuse all the checking account deposit bonuses with fraudulent means. I mean, it's kind of fraudulent. It's not like a paycheck, but you know, you can make a way for it to like trigger the paycheck sensors or something. It's all out there if you Google it. It's a great way to get some free money. I like getting a lot of free shit. So
Back in the day, they were doing a lot of fun stuff. I love all the internet scams where people try to figure out how to get payouts and advertising money by working together, collaborating together. They figured out. I don't know if you remember in Tumblr back in the day, or I forget if it was Tumblr or one of the other ones. Everyone would just go to each other's accounts and click on their posts so that everyone was getting a AdSense payout. And then
the
they
first
start
girl
banning
who
it.
I knew that ever used Tumblr, she was an Australian woman who grew up in America. She was the first woman I knew who had dyed bright red hair and a septum piercing, and she was kind of not very well mentally, but I was really hot on her. I was trying to get up in her business, but there was a guy who he was a big Minecraft server runner at the time. This was back in like 2000. Was it 2012? It might have been 2012. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was either 2011 or 2012, but because his Minecraft server was so big, she rejected me for him. I got a $1 donation. It says, be part of the Young Kraka movement with Rusty Cage. Well, Rusty, you know, really at the end of the day, yeah, we're still pretty young when you think about it. You know, I mean, I might look like I'm 75 years old, but that's just how many years my heart and soul have been through.
I feel
really
you.
hard, actually, because of all the things I consume, especially. But yeah, I'm down for that, to be honest.
Well, and Unsubscribe also said, your production is incredible, to be honest. I'd love to pay for an instrumental similar to Extreme Prejudice and Lives of Flies. Man, I don't think it would be worth it for either of us. If you're asking me to just create an instrumental, a whole song, if I created an instrumental that I thought was good, I'm not like a beat maker. I only make songs that I plan on developing, for the most part. Or else they're gonna sound really bad and low budget. And I mean that. Like, it's not like, I'm just not a beat maker. I'm not a songwriter for hire in that sense. Man,
Well,
my mic is
Rusty-
sounding rough.
No, you sound good to me.
Oh, okay. That's just my own headphones, I guess.
But I just wanted to say this much, though. Not to take your thunder, but there is an up-and-coming producer named Rayzee. That's Rayzee Beats. And he's got some of the freshest shit I've heard in a long time. He's only got 100 subscribers right now. I was going beat hunting the other day. This guy's going crazy. I think he's like some Russian guy, but Russians really make the best hip hop
do.
beats. If you know, you know.
They make some cool
So
shit.
I want this to be on record when Ray-Z beats. He's gonna be like bigger than Jay-Z in like 10 years from now. Just remember, I said Ray-Z. He's the real deal.
You think I could play a song, or is that overkill?
Probably not worth it, to be honest. I mean, you could. It's just a regular rap beat though, so it's. I mean, it sounds really good, but it's just gonna be like
5 minutes
know,
of repetitive.
yeah, just of chorus and verse, loops.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what else I need to cover. I'm not really sure if I fully talked about what the plan is, but yes, I do plan on. I'm working on these songs. I've conceptualized the lyrics and instrumentals entirely of several songs that will be on the next album. I need to switch up some things, like I need to kind of switch a verse here that it doesn't sound right. I need to work on the composition here, and then some are almost finished. I just need to actually record them in the quality that I think they're good, which is the easiest thing. As long as, if you record like a draft track of a song and you're like, this sounds good, then you can up it and make it, finalize it. But there's an order in which these songs need to be released. And so how I want to release them is after an excruciating 3 to 5 days of 24-hour streaming in the pod here, which I have to figure out the bathroom situation and the food situation, because
Hey, you know what? Real
eating
musician
crickets.
time. You could just put a big, like I guess you'd have to clean it out before Emp comes in, so you're not like impolite. But you take a cat litter 20-pound container, and you just leave about like a half a pound in there. That'll soak up a lot of piss, and then you can go dump it in the woods, and nobody will probably. It's like it'll like blend in with the mud.
See, another option would be getting a urinal or some sort of pipe right here that goes into the wall. It has to go through a P-trap so that insects can't get in. Rats probably still will, but for the most part, non-water swimming insects wouldn't be able to get into the shed. And then into the pod, I could turn the camera away and maybe mute myself while I shit or piss into the tube, the excretion tube. But it could get rough. I guess the idea is going to be to remove all stimuli except for the state-promoted content. I can only watch Big Mouth on my TV, all seasons of it over the course
So
of
you know what
these
you need to do
days.
here, since just like Hog Rider said, get on this young cracker wave, just like 1900 Rugrat. NBA YoungBoy just dropped his new album called "Make America Slime Again." Okay, it's real rock star shit. Sex and violence, sex and violence. That's what the song like. It's he's like dancing around next to like he like carved into a wall. All hail Trump. He goes, whatever Trump doing, bitch, that's good for the youngin'. And that's like and I don't know, it's kind of falling off. But anyways, that's why your new album needs to be "Make America Cage Again." You're gonna be all thugged out with your gold grills in. You're gonna come in and be like, bitch, I got that guillotine, I'm cutting up. Woo, bitch, yeah, you can't come to my hood, you ain't cutting up, bitch.
So
Get around, yeah, I'm riding on my dunk. Ooh, riding with my gold grills, they look like funk. Ooh, yeah, them bitches banging. Yeah, West Case slang. Ooh, you come around my guillotine, bitch, it get dangerous. Ooh, yeah, you come around my section, bitch, yeah, we get hanging. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I got that new song. Yeah, my new shit, and I put a noose on. You come around me, and bitch, I got that two-tone. It might blind ya. Yeah, I put you inside the wood chip and me grind ya. Woo, yeah, I'm smoking ganja, that loud pack. You come into my neighborhood, bitch, I'm about to click-clack. I'm about to put you in my guillotine and bust that. Yeah, and your life ain't never come back. Choo. That's something like that, probably.
see, this is a gift. This is a God-given fucking gift that you have, and I know other rappers, like Lil Wayne's got it, just go in there, fucking freestyle it, cut it together, and the song's done. I get the pen down to paper, and I write 3 words, and I go, that's not even the right word. I can't conceive of the next sentence, let alone 16
Yeah,
bars
just
in the
ending my
future.
sentence. Your bitch conceiving, yeah, I'm about to get her pregnant. She ovulating, why you hating? I look at my bank account and that bitch be caking. Well, I piss in Canada, it's caked up. Well, I drop it, yeah, in the yard of my neighbor. If he hating, my guillotine be spraying, slaying, go lay him bitch down, yeah, we be slaying. Yeah, we cutting her. You can't come to Rusty Cage cause you ain't cutting her. Whoa. Yeah, bitch, we been getting bucks. Whoa. Me and Taria, we been breaking bucks. Whoa. What the last time that I gave a fuck? Whoa, never that. Yeah, Susan, man, fuck her, bruh. Fuck Cash Patel, I'm gonna send him right to hell. If he wanna get my account, that bitch had to be spelled. That I'm casting with my boy King Cobra. Yeah, you know that we're real magic soldiers. We came from Memphis, then we went to Tennessee. I got them 10 apiece, yeah, I'm eating 10 nuggies. Ooh, in the cheese, yeah, that's that sauce too. I might have to boss you around like a boss do. Woo. Yeah, I'm hot, I need a cool off. With a cool off.
One of the only rappers that actually raps off the fucking dome and not coming in with some pre-scripted bullshit. And can do it better than Riff Raff. IMO. We gotta get you on the radar.
Riff Raff does know me in real life, so it is what it is.
Does he like you, or you got some enemy?
I heard a vaguely
Status.
positive remark, so I'll take that. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Isn't Post Malone Riff Raff's cousin or something? They're all up in the industry. They're pretty connected. I ain't gonna say where they came from, but you know, it's just all
Oh
love.
God! So you're saying they all come from the same bloodline, leading back
They
to?
might possibly come from a very
Rasputin.
good at finance family. I can't say for sure though.
You're saying
hey,
High
Ryan, getting this
Roller?
paper
High
is what
Roller
it is.
sounds like a Semitic name.
That's just what I heard on 4chan infograph 15 years ago, so it's probably the unparalleled truth. But hey, you know what? I love what's good to love, and I don't like what ain't. So that's where it's all at.
I've enjoyed this night so far. It's interesting having this setup. Obviously, Mumkey. Apparently, I don't put on a good enough show to even keep Mumkey's attention for an entire hour, which maybe there's like some sort of disconnect because we're not personally face to face, or it's just because, you know, I told him I was going to be doing this live show, and he's like, "Oh, I'm also going to be. Can I do my show live?" And then so I could talk about everything I want to talk on here with more excitement. Which,
well, to be fair, we also did record 2 podcasts before this, so he might have just, you know, kind of gave what he had to give, and time to kick back for the night. So, see, I'm kind of one of those people where I don't know. I just like to stick around for anything like to the very end. I don't know. That's just me though. But nothing against him. I'm saying like that's why I ate an entire tub of Play-Doh once upon a time. Like I just go all in on shit that normal people wouldn't.
All right, well, let's keep it going then. I kind of want to smoke a cigarette, but I had to let my cat out.
Is this a smoke-free studio?
Well, there's almost no windows, and so everything will probably linger for a while, and I can see this being a problem whenever Emp comes back in 2 weeks. Oh, it smells faintly of smoke. I mean, obviously, over time that would get quite disgusting, and it would ruin the pristine white walls. I got a text from a friend that says, Emp is incredibly frustrating to listen to. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh,
but thanks for tuning in there, Carl.
Hey, you know what? Emperor Lemon, he's showing love to the country of Aruba. Who does that? Like, the last person I heard that showed love to Aruba was literally the Beach Boys, okay?
Yeah.
He just stimulated a whole lot of Caribbean economy and travel and stuff.
That's right.
Speaking of travel, you know what?
Well, I think he was talking mainly probably about when we were discussing cloud seeding, because I actually had this whole argument with Emp and this other person before on the same night. I don't know. I've never heard anyone so vehemently against the concept that's been proven that we signed. Like I don't know. I mean, he thinks that I'm saying that they manifest a hurricane out of nowhere by seeding clouds. But this is also technology that just 5 years ago you would be insane for even bringing up at all. And then say, oh wait, shit, you look into it
Yeah,
slightly.
I thought
technology.
it was definitely very coincidental, and this is the thing about it too when it comes to occult people. That's why when they say, oh, this guy in Manhattan went to the 33rd floor,
right.
like, why was that? We heard that before we heard any of the victims. Before he was identified, before anything. Every single news station is blasting he's on the 33rd floor. You know, before we would have no idea. There was not, like, we don't know who these scientists are that Peter Thiel is giving millions of dollars to, but all of a sudden it's the #1 headline. Oh, by the way, we just decided to release this for no reason at all during the midst of the most deadly flood in 100 years. Peter Thiel just gave $20 million to cloud seeding technology. Like, why is that the #1 headline? And they say, oh, well, that's, if you think there's something weird about this being the #1 headline, then you're crazy. It's all in the there's something about it. It's in the sigils and the magic or whatever. You know, this might be a little crazy for some people, but it's like they give you an exposure to it that you're not trying to dig so deep for it. They're kind of trying to put something in your face because it's like it's emboldening for those who
pre-programming too. It's
things together. Allegedly.
Yeah, you're saying it's emboldening for him. Oh, I see what you're saying. So like by being honest about it, because that's one of the things that I've always found interesting about a lot of these conspiracy theories is, you know, people will say like, oh my God, you really think that so-and-so wants to do this? It's like, yes, because they wrote about it in a fucking book. Like I've read Klaus Schwab's books and they write about exactly what they're doing. They do it not in like an evil way, like, and then we're gonna enslave the Goys. It's not like Talmudic type of thematic writing, but they say, here's what we perceive that's going to be the future, and here's how we can achieve that. And a lot of it's dystopian shit. You know, it's the World Economic Forum doing that thing. Remember that lady that came out and she was saying, with this technology, we can actually tell the attention span of all of our employees to see if they're thinking about work or if they're distracted on something else. And then everyone's like, this is fucking hell shit. Get that the hell out of here and never speak of it again. And she goes, I was just saying what if. You know, it was just a hypothetical. Like, is this a science fiction convention or are you guys the greatest fucking minds that are all coming together to figure out how to rule the world more effectively? Hard to say.
Well, it kind of just reminds me of there's definitely a disconnect for a certain class of people who find themselves to be in just such an elevated and privileged, if you will, state that these sorts of ideas that anyone could ever be against what they're saying, like, it really doesn't cross their mind. Something comes to mind that's maybe a little more culturally
unsensitive.
I don't want to say relevant because I don't even know if that's true, but there was a post that there was a Dwayne Johnson meme thread that I was reading recently because I guess he's like there was a promotional poster for a film called like The Uncrushable Fighter or something, or I guess he's supposed to be playing like a 20-year-old fighter, but he's like 55 years old or whatever now and it looks ridiculous. It's an A24 film, I think, but it was a bait thread. It was a meme thread, so I'm not going to, I haven't looked at the actual trailer or anything. I was just going along with the flow. But there was a post that had been capped, and maybe it's still on his page or whatever, but it was to do with Black Adam and through like the promotion of the film, and he's got this like multi-paragraph Instagram post that's so very like pure corporate robot speak with absolutely no humanity in it at all. He's talking about like his engagement of his metrics and his marketing and promotion, whatever, like some shit that makes no sense to even get posted. For one, this is something that should be like in a docket for like finance for the studio, like in a fucking file cabinet somewhere, but he's like posting it like everybody should be proud of him because he like found out the best way to like get the most promotion for free or something by spamming shit all over his Instagram. I guess he used to do it with this tequila that he sold to, and then people would get pissed off about that.
And so what, he's taking credit for like to his fan base about, oh, I figured out the best way to sell you products and to sell my image to you. Don't tell us, the audience, that. I mean, I'm not the audience, but it's like, I mean, he got caught up in that shit with Oprah after, the Hawaii fires in Lahaina, where they were running the charity, and then they found that what 90% of the money being donated was just going to paying for the salaries of the people who worked at the charities, and there was no
That wasn't Creator
accountability.
Clash. I thought I heard about that happening with them too.
Yeah, something similar definitely happened. And then they did an apology video on Instagram, and that didn't go over well. So they deleted the apology, went right back to what works, which is, hey, Black Adam's coming out. Hey, new fucking shitty Jungle Book, not Jungle Book, what's that stupid one that they're in? The remake, Jumanji. Jumanji 3 is coming out with Jack Black. And so don't worry about
It's kind of, I like Jack Black. I think I might be getting a mild bit of Jacob Black fatigue, to be quite silly. I mean, with all due respect, like me, when I looked in the mirror and I was like, damn, I'm sure I'm fat and my hairline receded another 3 inches. And, maybe it's time to just become a professional gambler and wear Hawaiian shirts with my sweaty chest hair poking out all the time. I mean, sometimes you just, I guess, yeah, I shouldn't stop the gravy train. I'm kind of a hater, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm entitled to my opinion. I just get fatigued if I see too much. I need variety. Like
You're saying
people are
that
just taking every role. Kind of, it's like you kind of feel a little cheap to me. Like, is your performance going to be all that? Are you really going to be able to bring the full thing to the table if you're like The Rock or Jack Black and you're just picking up every role that's getting dropped in front of you? I'm just saying, though.
Who's the other guy? Chris?
Catering a little bit.
This guy does the
but-
voice of everyone, voice of Mario. Chris something, whatever. I don't know. He's one of these other people. Yeah, there's like 6 people that dominate all movies. They wonder why the industry seems like it's dying. I mean, I think it's mostly private equity that figures out how to make money from the destruction of things is considerably easier than the success of things. And so they can go in and either this is going to be a huge boom because we have Sydney Sweeney and Chris Pratt voicing the new Legend of Zelda movie. And
Is that the one that's got Hunter Schafer as Zelda?
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it, but at this point, I don't even know who's excited
Tell
for it.
Cash Patel about that statement because he's coming.
Pedro
both
Pascal.
ways.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's another one. Just throw him in everything, as though people aren't sick of this shit yet. First off, they're all debating whether or not he's a creep for doing that whole thing where he's like, "Oh, I have to hug and like touch your hands because I'm so anxious," but he only does it selectively. The guy's a homosexual. I think we can clearly see that.
If I had to touch ugly women, I'd become more anxious. Yeah, I need to rub hot chicks' boobs and asses because that's what helps me get my anxiety down. So it is what it is. Obviously, my girlfriend only, okay, because I'm not some fucking person that would ever. Yeah, that's why. She's the hottest one there is anyway. So it is what it is. But
Well,
I'm not touching ugly chicks because that would make me more anxious. So he might be onto something, but also at the same time, I think. I saw him wearing a shirt that says that he, I love trans toddlers or something. I thought that was a Soy Jack party meme, but I guess he really wears that shirt to, like, the red carpet or whatever. So,
hold on, I gotta see.
I don't know.
this.
That's a little strange.
All right, what do you know exactly what he said? Pedro Pascal shirt, trans.
Yeah. That's probably all you need. If it's a real shirt, that is. But
Protect the dolls. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is dolls a code word?
From what I was told, that is a doll is a child who is given hormone replacement therapy from extremely young age. But there was a poll infograph that told me that, so I need to get fact checked by the experts at the Kiwi Farms to know for sure. I don't know if Pedro Pascal is a threat there, but who's my main news source? First off, obviously, Raw's alerts on Twitter, and then it's Kiwi Farms community feature submissions thread, and then Turkey Tom rounds out the top 3 for figuring out everything I need to believe.
No doubt. We have one more from Unsubscribe. Says, I understand, would be open to paid course feature for it. I don't know. Send me the song that you're working on.
It's got a $2 donation. Says, we need Eggy merch. By the way, Mudahar was a scammer. That's what that donation said. Don't know what that's all about.
Like, isn't that in the blood? Is he an actual scammer?
He's in the Blood Gang. What's up, me Mudahar here, and basically we busting on all you bitch ass snoops. S and double O P to the K, make way when Sprite Slobs just ain't safe, cause it sound like the motherfucking North brand with the and the itchy trigger finger. What? Putting brains to the sidewalk to end all talk. Fuck all Darus and the families that made him. Yeah, you know when my chop bust ain't shit save him. That's a song from 1990. You can go look it up if you already know. It's called Slob 187. Actually, that's a Crip song, by the way, so I might have been banging on Mudahar, but you know what? Shout out 7-Eleven, though. The snacks, they're not really as bad as people say. I don't really hate them too much.
Hit me up, rustycagemusic@gmail.com. Gang, it was great talking. I'm going to try to do this more often. This was a little grueling of a setup on my part, but once I get the fluency down, it'll be tight. Mr. Eggman, where can I point these people? How can they see more from you?
For me, hey, listen, you know what?
Shut your bitch ass up. That's what.
Sabao. Let's see who's live right now. Scott Sullivan, MMA is live. King Cobra JFS is live. He's chilling. Who's Sleep Doctor? He's live.
Damn,
you know
Sleep
what?
Doctor.
Those are all
How
my
is
favorite
that?
people to watch. Cobra and
Sleep
Scott
Doctor on.
Sullivan MMA and Sleep Doctor. And otherwise, my Cash App is $1EggWhite. That's where I just got like the 10 donations from this stream. So if you want me to do I should say do a cameo. There was a guy that asked me to do a cameo like 3 months ago after I mentioned it, and then I just never got around to it. I was supposed to pretend to be Obama or something. I apologize for never doing that, but I didn't get paid for it, so it wasn't really a scam, but yeah, my bad on that one. But just for the Rusty Cage live viewer special, I'm open to cameo suggestions. No actionable, credible threats, and if it is, then I'll say like in Roblox or something. But yeah, I'm not trying to get pateled right now. Rusty's informed me that this is a very real threat going on. I thought it was Indian snoozing. That's what I called him, but it turns out it was actually Cash Patel the whole time. I'm trying to be more like Cash Paswell, if you know what I'm talking about, in my pockets.
I don't know if I can put
Facts.
this link in there. If it clicks, everyone should go and watch Sleep Doctor's lifestyle van streams.
He is live right now with the last time my subscription feed says 3 viewers. Hey, you know what? We got to boost up the common thinking man. He's out here. He's a free thinker driving around the country. He's not tied down to the slave system. Power to the fucking people, dude.
Wait, let's put him on then. Let's see if I can do this right now. I think y'all can hear him, but you can't see him. Let's go with. Let's go. With,
soup.
Let's go with van life. I haven't really
Van
done this one
life, van life. I pulled up and I go live every night. That's a Chief Keef song that reminded me of.
What, he's turning on Texas speech? Hold on a second here.
All right, Chad, who do we think is getting voted out of the Big Brother house tomorrow? They keep saying Kelly, but is she even on the block right now? I didn't watch tonight because I was here. I'm going to go pull up BBG on 4chan.com/TV. Let's see what's the current situation. I'm pulling it up. Head of household is Lauren. They're saying it's the worst head of household in multiple seasons. Who's on the noms? We have Adrian, Kelly, and Will. And Keanu has the power of veto. I'm thinking, based on what I'm reading on social media, Kelly is not looking good, folks. They're hating on her. They're exiling her. They're saying she's a femcel spurg. Oh, tough crowd, I gotta say. Adrian, he's kind of non-tent, though ever be it. Will, also kind of non-tent, though ever albeit, because he is 75 years old. He's out here. Man, back in my day, we was speaking that jive turkey lingo with Daddy O at the jazz club. Like, listen, Will, you know what? Big ups, but really, at this point in the game, they're up, they're nominated, and it's really more about who's pissing off who more. They're saying Kelly has just been more aggravating overall, But we're going to find out tomorrow, live at 8 p.m. EST on Paramount Plus. Not a sponsor, but I will be watching, because after I watched The Naked Gun in theaters starring Liam Neeson, they're saying critically acclaimed film. I'm trying to stay up on all the latest and greatest to bring you all the best opinions that are always the rightest in many multiple ways.
I'm talking to Sleep Doctor now. Well, maybe I'll just see everyone over there. You know what? Good night.
Yeah,
Good
go.
night.
Boobies.